about misfires. Eddie did not like hibernating for winter. I can tell you that right now. Eddie does not like to sit. And I will explain to you guys why in a second. Sounds like it's clearing up. Well, everyone, meet the grumpy old man, Eddie. Yeah, he misfired all the way over here and then stopped misfiring as soon as I pulled in. But this truck has been in the family for over 20 years. It was owned by my granddad, then owned by my dad, then my dad gave it to me 2 years ago. Basically a family heirloom. The truck originally came from Florida. My granddad and my dad used to go down to Florida all the time to buy cars. They would buy cars, bring them up from Florida to Ohio, and sell them in Ohio and make a profit. Well, this is one of the vehicles they brought up, and my dad had a Bronco before this one that ended up actually catching on fire and burning to the ground pretty much. So that's the sole reason why he wanted to keep this one. And I remember when I was 5 years old, my dad would always say, "One day, son, that truck's gonna be yours," and it ended up actually happening. The truck had a gas tank leak in 2010, and because of that leak, it sat all the way to I would say about 2018. My granddad and I put a gas tank in it. And that guy's truck sounds good. My granddad and I put a gas tank in this thing. And we had to deal with rat's nest with the wiring because mice chewed up the wiring. It ended up taking a full 2 years to actually get this thing on the road. Got it on the road in 2020, and that's when my dad said it was for sure mine. Under the hood is a 351 Windsor. It is cammed with a Ford Performance intake, a Holley 4-barrel double pumper. This engine has been cammed since my granddad bought it in Florida, and that cam has been in this engine. This engine has survived the last 20 years cammed. And the 351 is a very, very underrated engine. Very underrated. As you heard, it misfired pretty bad. I'll do a second drive on the way home. You guys can listen to the way it's supposed to run if it cleared up. If not, I gotta put some miles on them. Carburetor also needs tuned. Zion, the guy that helped me pull the Knocker 4.3 out of Brenda, actually helped me rebuild that carburetor. But we never actually got to tune it because it was rebuilt just in time for fall, and for a carbureted vehicle, weather affects the tune on it. So it idles pretty high and it runs pretty rich. But the startup tune's correct. Eddie is loud as hell. The name came from Eddie Van Halen because the year that Eddie Van Halen passed away was the year I took ownership of his beast. And he sounds like the intro to the song Hot for Teachers, so it fit him very well. That tank is just an exhaust manifold leak. One of the header gaskets needs replaced on the passenger side. Exhaust needs done. I'm going to try and do that this year. Right now it's just two true duals dumped right to the rear axle. There's no muffler. Basically straight pipes, loud as hell. There's the high idle right there. Probably scared the shit out of that Mustang. So as you can see, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done on Eddie. I don't even know if I want to repaint him or clear coat over the 25 years of history. I don't know. What do you guys think? Tell me down in the comments below. This year I'm going to focus on getting that carburetor tuned properly. I need to do the front suspension, do the rear shocks. I need to figure out the front steering. Front steering is all wonky and out of alignment. It's wearing tires down. If you saw the clip of me pulling forward from the garage, you can tell that all the camber and everything's all messed up. I'd also like to get all the power windows working, including the tailgate window, which, get that in order to take the top off this thing, that window should be working. That'd make it a lot easier than going back there and fighting it, manually pushing it down, risking breaking that glass. I'm already having issues because I want to find a new Bronco tailgate, and that's been a hard thing to find. I have to find a brick nose one. They're specific to brick nose, believe it or not. Well, yeah, that's pretty much all I got time for this year with Eddie, because Brenda's LS swap's going to take all my time. It's going to take a lot of effort to get that done, but I really want to get that done this year so I can have 4 running vehicles and have my garage back. Especially for next winter to work on stuff, including Eddie. I would like to be able to pull Brenda out of there and work inside a heated environment. That was my problem all this past winter, was she was hogging the garage up. So I was doing oil changes on Big Bertha and Neil out in the freezing cold. The last oil change I did on Big Bertha, I actually almost slipped and fell on the ice and it started snowing. But yeah, I'm going to head back. Hopefully Eddie will run on all 8 on the way back so you guys can actually hear this cam. It's still kind of hard to hear with the tune-up being messed up and him idling real high, but you can kind of hear it still. Perfect timing to leave too. Oh man, I like those turn signals. Actually really like that. Usually you see them, they look kind of cheap and Chinese and they're all clapped out, but those actually look pretty nice. If you look in the steering, it has got a lot of play. Oh, what in the world? What are you doing, Hoss? Indecisive. Damn, look at Dollar General. I think he needs to move his tandems. That Harley guy behind me is probably like, hell yeah, brother. Yeah, he's still running kind of weird. It's got to just be running really, really rich, you know. Another thing I want to do is quiet this exhaust down, make it sound a little better, because this is really loud. Oh yeah, he's clearing right up. Definitely running an all 8, but man, is he running rich. Very, very rich. Probably hate me for driving this today, but it was time. Oh yeah, they are not gonna like this. Not at all. Oh, Big Bertha. Good lawn ornament. Place looks like a goddamn car lot. I'll keep you guys updated on Eddie. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.